A pleasant day, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Teacher Tinitin's Classroom. Today, we are going to discuss modules 3 to 4 of quarter 4 with the most essential learning competency of judge the relevance and worth of ideas, soundness of author's reasoning, and the effectiveness of the presentation. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify the proof or evidence of ideas in a text and judge the validity of the evidence of the text. Last lesson, video lesson, we discussed about critical reading. And we said that critical reading is all about analyzing, interpreting, and evaluating the text. We discussed that in reading text, one must note possible prejudices and biases from the author. So what are the important questions that we have to ask to know if there are bias or prejudice from the author? First, are there provocative language used against a person? Next, are there claims purposed to uplift or degrade one's social, ethnic, national, religious, or gender group from another or all others? 3. Does the author practice card stacking or presentation of information that may benefit his belief while withholding damaging information about it? And 4. Is the author making false claims to promote his advocacy? Of course, identifying if the author is biased and prejudiced is not an enough reason to know if the text is valid and relevant. It is also important to know if the author's evidences are valid. Now, what are the steps in identifying the evidence in the text? First, analyze the statement which could be supported with evidence. If the writer is claiming something, there should be a supporting evidence towards it. And in our previous lessons, we discussed the different types of evidences. Next, read the text closely to find the answers to the questions. If the claims are not answered, then we cannot say that there is a valid evidence for that. The evidences that we use should be in line with the answer to our questions. Next, we have to jot down important inferences, details, and quotations from the text that support the answer or claim. And of course, we have to study the evidence. How does this evidence support the claim or main idea from the text? What makes this evidence strong? We should also know how to evaluate a text. Now, there are different ways to evaluate a text according to David Oldham. The first one, of course, in the SRR method is, of course, is the evidence sufficient? When we say sufficient, is there enough evidences or do we need more to feel confident or convinced about it? Second is the evidence relevant? Is it really about the point the author wants to prove? Or did it go off tangent or out of the topic, providing facts that do not have anything to do with the point? And the third one is the evidence representative? This is the hardest one to understand, but also the most important thing that we have to ask ourselves. Representative evidence is evidence that accurately represents the whole topic, not just a selected piece. I hope that this lesson helps you in writing your argumentative text and to look for evidences that would support your claims. Thank you for watching, and God bless us all.